Welcome to the 5x5. It's Ray over here with my boy Jersey Shane.
Yo.
Not from New Jersey, but his name is Shane. Out here with Jake in the Box, Jacoby One Kenobi, Jacoby Bryant, Bear Box, Bear in the Box. How's it going, guys?
If only you guys knew what just happened. If only. It's fine. It's fine. We'll act like nothing happened. We'll roll through it.
Nothing happened.
All right. First thing on the docket. Other than my pride being ripped from me.
Here, just hold this real quick.
Give it. All right. Do we want to start with AD?
Yeah, we're just going to do the checklist real quick. So,
Yeah.
AD first, out with MCL sprain, Logan. That was confirmed. Perfect.
Thanks, Logan.
Thanks, Logan. Love you, Logan.
Pull that up,
yeah, so how do
Logan.
you guys feel about that one?
He's a man of glass, you know? I was waiting for this to happen. At some point, he hasn't had a fully healthy season since he was in New Orleans, maybe? Like, I actually can't remember a fully healthy season he
Yeah,
had.
even over there. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks because, like, he's a generational talent. He just can't stay on the floor long enough.
Mm-hmm.
And you start to wonder why, what could be the cause, right? And when you play with someone like LeBron James, you think you'd be able to potentially tackle some of these problems in terms of he probably should be eating better, training smarter, training healthier. The same things LeBron does to, maintain his body and his work. You'd think that the players around him go, oh, that's what I have to do, and they follow that. But it's either they're not doing that or LeBron's just actually not real. And see, it really could be that. But for AD, it's kind of like, if you've never been healthy, will you ever be healthy? Right? So is this just going to be the story for the rest of his career? Is he just going to keep going and spiraling until the next and the next and the next, and the last one finally just ruins his career?
Yeah, and that's the thing too, especially when you're going to be the next player to take the keys from LeBron, especially for the Lakers too. I mean, especially for the Lakers, like superstars in the past couple of years. I mean, there hasn't been one with terrible, really, really bad injuries other than Kobe's like ACL tear. Other than that, he fought through like a bunch of knees and fucking broken like fingers. Oh yes, Achilles. My bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tough. You're right though. Man of glass, and I don't know. Like last night's game against Minnesota was probably the most frustrating thing to watch. Not only as a Lakers fan, but just like as a fan of the NBA, especially just
basketball, man.
just a basketball. Yeah, definitely because Minnesota just annihilated like the Lakers, man. I mean, shout out to IT.
Yes, sir.
19 points.
It's a slow grind.
That's a great comeback story.
But
but
they tried they try to do that man like Melo, try to convince us that he couldn't play.
Yeah.
And like he was just injured. Like he had a hip injury and he's small. Like what do you want? What do you really want from him?
Exactly.
So if he's not healthy and he's that small, of course he's not going to be playing to such a high level. But think about this. Isaiah Thomas, however tall he is, I don't know his actual height.
He's 5'6".
They list him at 5'9", 185. But I've seen people like
That's ridiculous.
5'8", 185,
And they're way bigger.
And he just looks so small.
Oh,
I'm
man,
5'7",
he's so small,
185.
Which is gonna help my point here.
Yeah.
He has a career point average that's like 18.1.
Oh yeah.
18 points. This guy's a professional bucket getter.
Yeah.
Straight up will get bucket on your favorite team. The
Against
only
anyone.
problem is he is the size of other people's hips.
Yes.
And so he just, on defense, sometimes he might be a liability.
Sometimes.
So
Sometimes.
so is other players.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but the height doesn't start with 5.
and what are we, high school girls? We're talking about basketball here.
but no, it brings the they're right though. But the thing is, like, do you think players that get that type of injury should still force it? Because that's what's happening though. He got injured and he just kept trying to get. He was trying to force it. So do you think players should like? Oh shit, my fault. You think
How
players
unprofessional, Ray. Can't believe it.
It's my alarm to take my protein. I already took it today.
Hey.
So it's big gains.
Not
But
sponsored.
but do you think players, if they have these type of injuries, should actually take years off, or should they play through it?
It depends, because it's like if you're IT, you wanted to try to just take the time off, right? But when you tried to take the time off, the team that you thought was your home said, all right, later.
Adios.
And then you went to other teams and they weren't willing to give you a shot if you weren't going to play, right? So you're like, I'm just trying to rehab and kind of get better. But they're like, we don't have time for that. Well, you're either going to perform or you're not. So it's like for players who really have to try to make it in the league, like their spot's not guaranteed, because for a lot of players, their spot's not guaranteed. It's like maybe you do have to play through an injury if it's not so severe. But if you have your spot guaranteed, sit on that bench, man.
Yes,
sit on the bench, make your money, get yourself right, and then come back. Because if you're going to just try to play through an injury, you're going to try to be a Superman, and you're just going to make it worse. You trust me, I've done that myself. You just make it worse always.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And that's why we're recording in my room and not in a bigger studio, because someone couldn't get their money.
Come on, Jake. One job.
But speaking of time off, though, extra time off for Zion Williamson. Went through another procedure.
Extra time
another 4 to 6 weeks. Shane, how are we feeling about that, man?
It's at this point it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But I think if all this time off, if this results in him being able to come back as prime Zion again, like in shape Zion, like the beast Zion, I'm cool with it. It's fine. You want take 1 year off, come back strong, come back healthy, come back in shape, eat better, get better training habits. Then fine, I'm cool with it. But if all this time off results in him coming back the exact same, overweight, 300 pounds, then what's the point of it? Then at that point, he's starting to trend towards a bust.
I feel you. Like,
You know
your
what I mean?
NBA career is young now, right? So you missing some time as a supposed generational talent isn't going to kill you.
Exactly.
It's not. Like, Jordan broke his foot in his second season?
Yeah.
There you go. You missed time. Just take that time to get yourself right.
Exactly.
And when you come back, be ready.
Exactly.
That's all anybody's really asking of Zion. And it's really unfair for us to assume that that's not what he's doing.
Yeah.
But it just feels like you should be able to, before this recent setback, you should have been able to be back by now, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It just feels like you should have. And now you have to get another injection into your foot because of the pain. So it's kind of like, did you messing around earlier and not trying to get yourself right kind of just cost you more time, right?
Yeah.
It's really tough. And I just want to see him back on the floor because I want to see what he can do.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the thing, though. You're just like you're kind of just like playing with just like fool's gold at this point. We're gonna be talking for the next like couple of years. It's like Zion's coming back. Just watch out, right?
When Zion's healthy,
he's 25.
Yep.
The prime start at 30. So just watch out.
I feel bad for Brandon Ingram, stranded out there in New Orleans all by himself. Not going to win a single game.
Meanwhile, Lonzo's over enjoying himself.
Hey, man, and even out of like that core too, Kyle Kuzma's doing pretty well over there in Washington. I mean, Washington, they lost like 8 out of their 10 games, but he's having fun.
Kuzma is the villain of the NBA right now because anytime the Lakers do anything, he's on Twitter to talk about it, and it's the funniest thing.
Oh, like a THT tweet, right?
Everything.
Like when it was just like LeBron was like, yeah, this guy is real. Talking about THT, they're just increasing his like trade value.
Come on.
Smart though.
It's smart. I mean, that's what it's was it Le GM, right? Le GM. And that's the thing too, because I want to see the Lakers do something in the midseason trade, but they're just so limited. It's literally what Westbrook and then
THC.
No, that's why they tried to hype up Austin Reeves when he hit that game winner.
AR-15.
They're trying to get his name up there so they could be like, hey, yeah, deadline, take him.
He's that guy.
He's that guy.
That's Hillbilly Kobe. You don't want Hillbilly Kobe?
Exactly. Bro, watch him get traded, and then he just starts balling.
Well, that's what
just like Caruso.
That's what happened with Caruso, and I fucking hated that he left, man, because he was such a good glue guy in a sense that he will cover this stuff that LeBron and AD don't want to do.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. No one else on that Lakers team right now is like, you know what? I'll pick up the slack on defense.
Yeah. Caruso is that guy in the NBA right now in terms of he's like the Tony Allen, right? Yeah. He's our Tony Allen right now because he's just here to lock up, play defense, do all the nitty gritty stuff that other people don't want to do, and he's happy to do it. He's just here to play basketball, play winning basketball.
He's just happy to be there.
I want a Caruso on our team so badly. Somebody who's just willing to play tough, ready. We don't have that on the Raps.
I mean, we do.
I think
OG.
we have that, but
kinda
in different.
But he's
in
not the
different
same.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
I think
He's too laid back. I need a dog. You know what I mean? I need a Rodman.
Yeah,
I need.
Sorry, I like picture Rodman and then I picture Caruso. He's just
Same thing.
he's just bald still, but like with different colors on his fucking forehead and shit. You got tribal. Oh, that'd be sick.
Oh my god!
Next thing you know, he's just tatted up on his forehead, bro.
Shout out to Caruso, bro. Because I mean, here's the thing: we were talking about most improved player.
Yeah.
Right? We wanted to know who would be a pick for most improved player. And I still think that Bridges probably has the lead in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
He's been playing fantastic. But if Alex Caruso is in your top 3 to 4, you gotta check yourself because this guy's balling. This guy's improving every single year we see him.
Yeah.
He's balling. And I would not be surprised for another year or two from now, he's hits where he's gonna peak, and he's like a real
I can't wait till he gets
piece.
like the bag, right?
Exactly.
He gets, the 20 mil and he gets a stable.
He's gonna be
because technically, I mean, for Chicago, it's I don't think his deal's a long. It's like 3 years ish.
No,
2 years.
Yeah,
There you go.
2
It's not long, right? So he's just kind of plugging and playing.
Exactly.
And he doesn't even have a starting spot, but maybe. He's so good, and we see him so well because he's not starting, right? Because I think when he becomes a starter, he's going to get exposed a little bit.
I think it's better to keep him as a bench player.
Oh no, definitely.
For sure.
That's the hit I want off of my bench. You know what I mean? I don't want my first unit to be so much better than my second unit. You know what I mean? I want my second unit to come on and be like, okay. Just because the starters are getting a rest doesn't mean we have to turn it down. You know what I mean? We're going to torch you guys. We have guys that could be first unit guys. You know what I mean? We're going to torch you with these guys. And that's what I love about Caruso because he wants to outwork your starters. Yeah. When he's playing against your bench guys, he's going to outwork your bench guys.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? It's just a... You love to see it.
He's that guy.
He's that guy right
He's
now.
the reason why Chicago's such a surprise this year.
Other than what was it, Omarion sniping everyone?
Yeah.
Bro, did you see the tweets following the Chicago Bulls? Like that one day, literally everyone.
It was like 8 players in one day.
Yeah, they had DeMar, Zach, literally everyone. I think Caruso's the only person
who doesn't
in the rotation that doesn't
he's that guy.
He's that.
It wouldn't dare. It knocked on his door and he said,
exactly. He said, what do you want?
He showed the ball head. It reflected right off. Gone. I don't think there's anybody else that's balling on that team, so I think that statement stands.
Yeah.
You know what? You might be right.
Yeah.
You might be right.
Fact check me, Canada.
You might be right.
Run that banner under the video.
But, I don't know. I want to go back with finding the Caruso on the Raptors. I really like that because I think the Raptors do have a lot of high effort guys. They're just kind of misplaced because just of everything going on. It's just kind of messy, right? Because to be honest, my case of the Alex Caruso or the Dennis Rodman or the guy who's really pushing for the Raptors every single game, you don't want a Nabi, man.
And I agree with that. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, just give him his flowers, bro, because he's not an amazing player, and there's no reason that the Raptors should be starting him. That's how desperate we are right now in the small forward position with 100%. OG out. Because as well, I don't mind Barnes starting, but Yuta Watanabe starting is not the best thing. He shoots really well, plays defense. He puts a lot of heart out. I mean, he's not amazingly skilled, but he plays the best 20 minutes of his life, right?
He plays tough. He plays like he wants to win, and he plays fearless. He's not afraid of anything.
He's the only guy who will get dunked on and still jump the next play down again.
I remember when that happened. And then he came out and said, look, man, what am I going to do? Not jump? And I said, okay, so
because you're going to lose your position.
I get it. No, I get it. You got to jump. But I wouldn't have said it.
Absolutely not.
But he jumped on that one play and then
AD.
I'm sorry.
That one was...
That Antoine was tough. But then he blocked Dylan Brooks on that other one. That was really, really good. But of course, the other way, it's now Yuta Watanabe is the fucking mascot for getting postered.
Why am I...
Logan, you suggested that what we talk about now. What are we talking about?
We're gonna get you a microphone. I swear to God, we're gonna get you a microphone.
No, we don't want you to whisper it.
No. We're gonna put in whispers and then put him subtitles for him.
So, Jake, do you have any trades for AD?
Trades for AD. Okay, so if I'm the Lakers, I'm giving up just Anthony Davis. Is that the goal?
Dude, whatever the hell
Okay.
you want.
Come up with one good trade scenario.
I want to help the Lakers as much as possible.
Okay.
The Lakers need a
ball.
big. They don't have one.
Mm.
And so if I'm thinking best bigs in the league, who can I really realistically go for?
Yeah.
There's Jokic, who's probably untouchable.
Yeah.
There's nobody else. Who else is as good as Jokic or AD?
Embiid?
Embiid's
But Embiid's untouchable too, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's tough because it's like, do you want another big who's as good as AD? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's not many unless you want other career losers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, what are you going to give up AD to get Cat? Is that going to help?
It's not.
Probably not. They're the same player.
It's
They're both
not.
just soft.
Yeah.
When you got one soft player posting you up and then calling you small after,
That's sad.
there's a problem.
That's
tough.
real sad.
AD needed to go if he didn't get hurt because he got hurt, so he didn't have to do this. But if AD didn't get hurt, he needed to go home and just look at the picture of Cat trying to back down Boogie.
Yeah, that's what
And be like, that guy called me small.
Yeah. That's real sad.
Anyway, so I don't think you can get a big for him.
Mm.
So if you can't get a big for him, then you're probably just gonna have to go for the best possible package. Maybe you can get a
Pause. But
A.
go ahead. Anyways, you
A.
make the package. Go ahead. Don't look at me like that, man.
I don't know why that was on your brain.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Anyways.
Okay.
Anyways.
Do you think the Heat would be interested in acquiring Anthony Davis?
Jake, just tell us your trade, fam. So you don't have to ask it. Just tell us your
Bam.
trade.
Because
80 for
Bam,
Okay.
but not just 80 for Bam, because you probably have to give in like more things.
On what side?
Bam's not as good as AD,
Okay.
I would say, right?
Yeah.
So it would have to be Bam and another player, but another player that's not too good.
Mhm.
I don't think they'd want to give up Duncan Robinson. Maybe Duncan Robinson would really help the Lakers as a shooting,
It would. Yeah.
as a shooter, right? So I'm thinking maybe Bam, Duncan Robinson, and either pick swap, because we'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
But I think Bam and Duncan Robinson for 80 wouldn't be too bad if they didn't have to give up a second player,
Yep.
right? Because I don't want them to give up Horton Tucker. But I guess they could give up Malik Monk.
Yeah, but I think like the market though for AD is kind of like, I think anyone
What's-
would take AD, but like
But it's like,
it'd be
who
so
really
hard
wants
to.
him?
Nobody would technically want him.
No one's clearing your house for AD right now.
No. Especially the way in the state that he's in right now.
Yeah.
I
In
think
the way people would have back in the
yeah,
days.
right. And even for Westbrook too. I think the Westbrook trade that's on everyone's head is for Wall.
I don't like that.
You can
at
get
all.
a bag of marbles for Westbrook right now. That's
For Wall.
about
It's
it.
like that's like money wise.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, it's very disrespectful.
No one else is making that much money in
Yeah.
the league. Like and no one wants Westbrook.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too, because no one actually wants Westbrook.
The only way you get rid of Westbrook is if you throw in THT as like a sweetener to the deal
Mhm.
Yeah.
and a couple picks.
So that's where you see the Rockets like.
But then
yeah,
what?
sure, we'll give
What
you a job.
team could use a point guard that like Westbrook, like a main point guard,
No,
None of them.
no.
right?
You
No.
don't. There's
The
not a
league-
single team in the league that needs
the
Westbrook.
league-
Yeah, the
the
one
league is
team
so-
that does need a point guard, to be honest, is like the Boston Celtics. But they're trying to get away from the scoring
Yeah,
point guards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They need like a person that's able to play make.
that's why they have Marcus Smart.
You mean Dennis Schroeder?
Who?
Yeah, exactly. You mean Romeo Langford? like, come on, man.
Yeah,
like,
they're
it's
struggling.
tough over there. It's tough.
It is
over
tough
there.
over there.
In
And,
C-Town.
and just a couple of years ago, they were like, "Oh, this is a championship team."
That's kind of crazy.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah, I know.
Like Jaylen Brown was in that interview saying, I'm going
Not one,
not two, not three.
Oh, this guy said in 5 years from now he wants 4 rings. I'm like, brother, what are you smoking?
Bro,
man?
Kyrie doesn't even
Hey.
Kyrie doesn't even want that many vaccination
That's
shots.
what I'm
You know what I
man.
mean, bro?
Oh my goodness.
Like,
He doesn't want one.
Like you can't just say that. You gotta want to do that too.
Yeah.
You're not playing like that. You're not playing like you want that.
Honestly though, like
You're not
I
playing
think
bad.
if I had to move AD low key. Okay, this might not work, but it's interesting. Send him to Philadelphia. Give me Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris. Here's my reasoning. I run Ben as my big man because he will play big. He'll play inside. He'll grab rebounds. He'll push the ball up the floor. He'll throw passes. He doesn't have to shoot. Be a pick and roll roller. That's it. Tobias is the scorer that the Lakers need. All right, so Tobias and Ben. Ben, we can let him run the big man, play inside.
Yep.
We don't even force him to shoot. Play it big. Be a roller. Be like the Dwight Howard role that they need. You know, that's fine. He's a great defender. He's actually low key. I think he's a better defender than AD.
Who is?
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Because
Yeah.
he's very versatile.
I'll give you that.
Better than old, not better than old AD, but current AD.
Yeah, current AD. And then Tobias is the Lakers need another scorer. You can't just LeBron is what 36, 37? He can't be giving you 30 points a night.
Not on a daily basis. Yeah,
absolutely
definitely.
not. You want this guy to continue the rest of the year?
Die.
Like what's going
he's
on
trying to
here?
he's trying to still
He's
play
gonna
when his
die.
son comes
Like,
in, right? So
the Lakers are so desperate for a scorer. They signed Isaiah Thomas,
19
and
points.
he came in and gave you 19 points, which is amazing. But he should not.
he should not be letting you
be
get 90.
doing
Yeah. That's
that
right.
should not be.
That was like
happening.
when Melo started off the year with like getting like 20 points per
Exactly.
game. Like if Melo was getting you 20 points per game,
Something is wrong.
Something is wrong.
Like
Yeah.
what's real? I'm like I took a look at their roster. Yeah, they're missing Kendrick Nunn.
Yeah,
They're missing Ariza.
tell me that you're telling me those
But
two people are making a
no,
dent. No,
That's the thing. Like
not gonna come in and
whoever
fix your
sat down in the
problems.
offseason and put this roster together, LeBron, they just messed up. They
Yeah.
really messed up.
Well, the biggest mess up, and it's like, I think the team could have worked if Anthony Davis wasn't maybe it's because he won a ring. Maybe it's
Yeah.
because he won a ring,
Yeah.
and he's
You
low think he's
think,
more
yeah.
comfortable now. Maybe he's not as hungry to win the championship that he once was because he didn't have a ring.
Yeah.
But you're playing awful, cuz. We want to talk about how Damian Lillard was having a bad season. No. You're having a historically bad season. No one's shot the ball this bad ever. You're a number 1 overall pick. I need you to hear these words, okay? 17%.
yeah, it got updated. It's like 3-point per
Yeah.
we were talking. It got
Yeah.
updated again. So it's like 17, 16%.
My guy. My guy.
It's-
What are you
It's
doing?
sad. But obviously, in that
He's
case
so
scenario,
big.
they,
He's so
the only way
big.
that works is if you move Westbrook too. You can't have Simmons and Westbrook on the same team. I mean, you could,
Lord.
but you're just creating another problem for yourself.
Oh Lord.
Nah, you know who Ben Simmons needs to play with?
Who?
Jimmy Butler.
He really does.
Gonna whip
Again.
whip him into
He
shape.
needs Jimmy.
Again.
He needs Jimmy.
She said, "Look, Ben, last time I saw you, you were sorry.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you right
You're
now.
still
You're
sorry.
sorry, boy."
That's a
Low key though, I have another good trade for AD.
Mm.
So he's kind of soft, but there's a team that needs a big man. Desperate for a big man.
Oh my god.
North of the border.
Oh my god. You're
The
doing
Great North.
Yes.
I say we send
Selling
AD
the
to
whole park.
Toronto for Chris Boucher. Who says no? Who says no?
They say no.
Montreal.
Montreal.
Like nope.
We'd have to give up more, but I think. Hey, look, we could give up like
You're telling me Chris Boucher isn't the same thing as Anthony Davis?
Boucher.
He's the
No,
they're the same
he's
thing.
outplaying Anthony Davis this season.
Yeah.
Boucher, give him Precious, give him
No. Precious, no. Not for AD. You see how soft this guy is? Precious is 6'9" playing center.
Precious is soft too.
He's big body though.
He's big body, but I need him to be bigger body. You know what I mean? Because
Okay,
he's capable.
fair
He's capable. I see him around the rim. I need you to throw it down, cuz you're right there. I'm about to go on another tangent.
It's
You're
okay.
right there.
Do you have frustrations with Precious?
I got frustrations with every big man
my
that
God.
doesn't want to dunk the
Jake's like,
basketball.
if I was 6'10",
Yeah, he's-
I would be the best center of all time.
It's not even just that. But no. What it really comes down to is we saw Giannis do it and make himself one of the greatest to ever play.
Yeah.
Watch Giannis play. When he's in range of the rim, he dunks the basketball.
Every time.
Every single time. And then James Harden got salt. He did so much about James Harden's like, oh, it takes no skill. I wish I could be that big and just dunk on everyone. James Harden said that. No one even said that about LeBron. They said that about. It's not fair. He's just running and dunking on all of us. It takes no skill. What do you mean?
Just stop him.
You stop him. He's bodying you. You say that about Shaq? Like,
it's crazy.
Of course. Just dunk the ball. You're right there. Go through them. You can. I believe in you. You're 7 feet tall. You know what I mean?
There's always that one guy on the sideline. Yeah, I can do that.
I could do that.
No wonder you get pissed when you're 7'3". Center doesn't dunk the ball.
Oh my!
Oh,
I can see where the frustration derives from now, man.
Play in a park with Shane, and Shane's 7'3" guy gets all the boards, but it won't give him a dunk animation.
It doesn't make sense. Like, he's going up for a layup. The rim's here. His hand is here.
Yeah.
He misses the layup. What's going on?
Come on, 2K, fix your game.
Fix your game, Ronnie.
Fix your game.
Not even fix your game. Can you please not make me worse for wanting to be it Thank you. It just makes no sense.
Short kings. Good job, 2K.
That's another thing. It's like the first. I'll accept it because I think this is the first time it's ever happened.
Yeah.
But why are under 6 foot people? They're gods. They're the gods in 2K right now.
They're like, what's the
They speed
smallest
boost.
5'7" guards.
5'7".
Or
They're-
is it 5'7"? Yeah, it's 5'7".
They're
5'7".
godly. They're
Oh
so
my
much
God.
faster than anybody. You can't guard them. You can't even try to guard
Max
them.
out 3. Max out steal.
Max out. Oh, it's gross.
So they get like max out like driving and
It's
everything sometimes
gross.
too. Especially when you like increase like the
Yeah,
It
the wingspan,
is
yeah.
nasty. And I refuse to play the game anymore, which is why I play other games.
Come on, 2K, fix the game.
Fix your game, Ronnie.
Come on, NBA Live, give us some competition, please.
Yo, NBA Live slap back in the
my
day.
goodness.
Oh my
PlayStation
God.
2 and 3.
The one with the Gilbert Arenas on the cover? That was
Gilbert
my first ever video game.
That was your first one?
First ever NBA game.
Mine
It was 09?
I had that one on
That
the
was 09.
PSP.
I was playing on the Wii, man. I was down bad.
I was like this.
I'm dead serious. I'm sitting there. Oh, yeah. I'm nasty.
Oh yeah, I'm nasty.
Let me dunk it. Bah!
Look like you're playing fucking Wii Resort basketball.
yeah, man.
And then the one person jumps, coming all the way back down, only for you to throw it at their face
That
anyway.
was so sad, man. Good days, though.
Great days. Great
times,
days.
Great times.
Like a couple months ago, playing that game. Classic.
So part of our homework was checking out on the Christmas games. It is kind of bit fudged and everything, but I think it's time to do our predictions.
Yep.
Hold on, let me see I know the first game we could talk about is Atlanta and New York.
So on Christmas Day, we got Atlanta, New York.
Yeah.
Yes.
Boston, Milwaukee.
Wow, okay, good job.
Nets and LA.
Yep.
Dallas and the Pelicans.
No, the Pelicans
No.
are not playing Christmas
Dallas
Day.
and Portland.
Utah.
Utah.
Portland is not playing Christmas Day.
Utah. Okay.
Play Utah.
And then there's one more game, right?
Yeah, Golden State and Phoenix.
Golden State,
Which is
Phoenix.
funny how it worked. Because, like, they're, like, the rival didn't start not until this year.
Yeah.
And they created the schedule, like, in the summer, right?
Yeah.
Which is
Kinda crazy.
That's how crazy how it works.
To be fair, though, you think they're going off the Chris Paul, Steph Curry? Like,
Oh, like, I don't know.
because do you guys remember when he ankled Chris?
How could
in
you forget?
2014?
How
Yeah,
could you
yeah,
forget?
when you played
Three
four-
behind,
I said cross.
had him leaning.
He said,
Started playing
"Oh,
Twister.
great,
Yeah, he got
great
played
heavens."
Twister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then he did the shimmy on him
Yeah.
in Houston, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I could see
You know
it,
what I mean?
but I don't know.
I'm still that's weird. Like the way it worked out.
Yeah, it's because it's not even a Steph Curry, Chris Paul thing. It's just like the two best in the West, right?
Yeah.
But
Which is crazy. Who would have thought that's what we were saying this year?
I know.
Golden State Phoenix. You were not saying that.
I've been saying Golden State was making that comeback forever.
All right.
Go check our old tapes. I've been saying
All right.
they thought Golden State was done. I've been telling you. There's no way that team was ever done. The same 3 players that started that dynasty are on that team,
Mhm.
and they are just as good now as they were. Draymond Green's a little bit better on defense, a little worse on offense. It's fine.
Yeah.
And they have good pieces. They're going to make a championship push. It's dangerous. They're going to have another ring within the next 3. I guarantee you. And it might just be this one.
Do I make a bet?
But within the next 3 years,
Next 3 years.
Warriors win a ring?
Yeah.
I'll make that bet. You heard it here first. He's replacing my phone for the bet.
That's crazy. But yeah, Ray, go ahead. Let me hear your predictions for the games, man.
I I got Atlanta winning the New York bout.
I agree.
Okay.
I got Trae Young making, even though Atlanta's not doing amazing this season, I got Trae Young still doing amazingly
in the Garden.
Yeah, in the Garden.
Compared to New York.
Yeah. You know, it's just a villain origin story.
Yeah.
But what do you guys have Atlanta as well?
Yeah,
for
I have
that?
Atlanta.
100%.
Yeah.
You can't stop Trae. He's averaging 29.
And New York is such
in
in a weird spot, so I guess
You just let Curry hit those threes, and we're already reeling from the record being hit. What's a Christmas game?
Yeah, that's right. Boston, Milwaukee. I got Milwaukee.
100% as well.
Yeah,
In
I
a
got Milwaukee.
landslide.
I got Giannis.
I even if Milwaukee goes under the COVID protocols too, I have Milwaukee.
Yeah, right.
That one's kind of iffy.
Boston's not doing great, man.
That one's kind of iffy. If Giannis goes under, damn. If Giannis goes under COVID protocols, I don't know, man. I see Jason Tatum just unstoppable, man. Like who's really guarding him on Milwaukee?
The first couple weeks of the season. Anyway,
Yeah, fair enough.
Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton, give some respect on the
You think
name,
Drew's
bro.
guarding Jason
Yes.
Tatum
Yes.
in the post.
not in the
It doesn't
post,
matter
but
in
Drew.
the
First of all,
post.
Drew's really
He
strong.
won't get there.
Drew's really strong, but Drew is definitely one of the best perimeter defenders.
No, 100. You're right. You're right. You're right. No, you're right.
Drew's one of the people I'll give that to. Not so much Chris Middleton, but I'll give that to Drew. He deserves it.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll let Jaylen Brown beat them. And
he's capable.
He is capable.
But I'll let it rather than do.
Okay, that's fair.
Let it out. But you guys have Milwaukee as well.
I have Milwaukee.
Yeah, I got Milwaukee.
Without protocol, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Perfect. Let's do Dallas and Utah.
I got
You guys have
Dallas.
that? I think that's it.
I got Utah.
Yeah, Utah. I have Dallas.
I got Luka Magic on Christmas.
I'm just a Luka guy.
I got Luka Magic on Christmas.
Why do you have Utah?
I think they play really good team basketball, whereas Dallas just plays. They're still like an ISO-centric offense right now.
Yeah.
Even though they did make some improvements over the offseason. New coach, Jason Kidd. I love the system he's running, but Porzingis is still very soft.
I agree, 100%.
Very soft.
Look, I agree with everything you're saying.
Yeah.
Luka by buzzer beater.
You know what?
It's so crazy because it might happen.
You know what's funny? Tell me how I asked you to talk about why you take Utah.
Yeah.
You're talking about the improvements.
No, because it's like even though my bad, even though they did improve, they're still very ISO-centric, and in my opinion, you can't win like that.
Okay.
And Utah is just Utah because Utah's been that same very consistent top of the West for about the last 3-4 years almost.
Yeah.
And they're just a really good basketball team. Their problem is, okay, can we play playoff basketball and beat a team 4 out of 7
with a perfect scheme and everything?
Can we do that? Because when it gets to that point, people tend to be able to slow our offense down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they need to work on. Other than that, that's a hard matchup for anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyway, Luka, but
Yeah, I think again, I got Luka
Okay,
Magic.
fair enough, fair enough.
But that's not.
It's just
but
the
you're
meat.
saying Utah isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
We doing Golden State, Phoenix, or Brooklyn, LA?
You pick.
I'll start with Golden State.
Let's do Golden
I've
State.
got Golden State.
Oh, really? I'm so surprised.
I mean,
Who would have guessed?
I'm so surprised.
who's got Phoenix? Really, you got Phoenix?
And after their bout with Golden State,
Yeah,
that last episode,
time?
but
No.
I don't know if Devin Booker is back.
Oh yeah, this is
Even
all,
if he
if
is.
it's fully healthy,
If it's fully healthy, I might still have Phoenix. on
fully
Christmas
healthy,
Day.
I have Golden State.
Because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fully
Man. I just love Golden State.
I still got Phoenix. I still
Steph
got
is that
Phoenix.
guy, man.
Steph is that guy.
Like if you can, they played great defense the last time they played.
Yeah.
But that's not happening again.
Yeah.
And Clay might possibly be back.
No, he won't.
At all?
January.
Oh, January. It got pushed back.
Yeah, they're saying that they listed 3 dates, and it's like one's like the 11th, one's like the 18th, and there's like a different game that's like early January. Those are the 3 possible comebacks.
Okay.
So they said no December, no Christmas, but he is coming back early January. Which, oh my God, if the Warriors get like 10 times more nasty because Clay's back,
They will.
They will.
They will. Because that offense is built for Clay.
right?
Like he thrives in that offense.
It's built around Steph and Clay, and they've been running the same offense just without Clay.
Different
just trying to fill people in. Andrew Wiggins is hitting threes like Klay Thompson.
Yeah, no, it's tough.
He really
he's
is.
He's still on a roll.
He
He's still
is.
on a roll.
Oh my
He's still on a roll. Brooklyn and LA. Okay, let's do.
the two.
Let's do their healthy. I want to do where they're healthy.
100% healthy.
Everyone's 100% healthy.
Everyone's 100% healthy, and Kyrie's
And he's
that's
playing?
Kyrie's
that's
not
Kyrie's.
playing.
I want to say that's Kyrie's first game.
Wait. Let's be realistic. Is
Yeah.
that being played in LA?
I want to say yes.
Because if it's played
Because
in
I
LA,
don't think-
Kyrie could play.
Okay, so let's just say Kyrie's playing.
Yeah, it's in LA.
Okay.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
I'm sorry, it's Brooklyn.
But I know we're saying with everyone healthy, even though AD's not going to be in the game. Even if he is in the game.
What's he gonna do?
What's he really gonna do?
What's he gonna do? Shoot a 3-pointer and miss it? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm fine with
they'll
that.
have Bruce Brown on 80. It's gonna be tough. We were all thought you were recording. Look.
I had no idea. I'm not gonna lie. I was just talking. Anyways,
Okay, yeah. So Brooklyn and LA,
yeah.
and then who you guys got? Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
As of today,
Yeah.
with the COVID protocols and everything, maybe
Yeah.
LA, because like LeBron will be the only superstar playing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Kevin Durant is out.
I don't know what G League player is gonna stop LeBron.
Facts.
I don't know.
LeBron breaks the record for most points on Christmas Day.
How much is he away?
I don't fucking know. I wish I knew.
I'd be surprised if you didn't already have the record. You know what I mean?
I wish I knew. I feel it's
Yeah.
like 60 something. I feel like
On Christmas Day? Oh yeah, it's
Oh, you
Elgin
mean like?
Baylor.
Oh, you mean like
How much-
individual points per game?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant like in total. I was like, who's played more Christmas games than Bron?
yeah.
I feel like he'd have the record
Oh, yeah,
already.
he probably does,
Pick
Yeah,
20.
I guess.
but he doesn't celebrate Christmas.
So they don't count.
What is it? Anyways,
He plays- God. God.
it's okay.
I'm joking.
Because he's Muslim.
I know. I know.
Okay. Anyways.
Ha.
Okay. NBA award predictions and
Yes.
mid-season predictions.
What
What do you want to start off with?
Let's go Rookie of the Year.
Rookie. I was thinking Coach of the Year.
So why'd you ask that? So why'd you ask? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Coach of the year.
Go
I
ahead.
have Billy Donovan as Coach of the Year.
Me too.
Who? Okay, no, because I can agree with Billy Donovan for Coach of the Year, but just for parity, who else do we have in the running?
Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr.
Yes.
Monty Williams.
Yeah.
I had.
Because I mean,
Steve
the Phoenix
Nash,
is really
potentially.
good.
Yeah.
Because
I always forget Steve Nash is a coach.
Yeah. Because the Nets are.
Will can just be out there running.
Yeah.
Because the Nets are number one in the East right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll give
That
it to them.
doesn't count.
That's what I said. I was like, I said JB Bickerstaff from the Cavs doing pretty well this
Nah, ain't no way.
17 and
Cleveland-
12.
Cleveland's not winning anything, man. Come on. It's
And they
Cleveland.
don't deserve to.
They
And
absolutely
then
not.
Taylor Jenkins with Memphis, who've been doing pretty decent without John Morant.
Yeah, they actually were like, what, 10-1 without him?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
kind of crazy.
I mean, got to be a little bit of coaching and luck, right?
Yeah.
It's coaching and luck, and the fact that when you have your superstar playing, it's a little bit easier for the other team to game plan.
Yeah.
I know that you're going to have the most possessions. I know that you're going to do the most damage. When you're not there, it could be anyone.
Anyone could get
You know
it.
what I mean?
Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, Jonas is
Even though he's
going
not on that team anymore, but that's what you know what I meant.
Yes.
You know what I meant.
Jonas, no, they're kicking
Who's on the
themselves.
team? Who's on the team instead of Jonas? now?
On Memphis?
Yeah.
Who was the trade for?
Steven Adams.
Okay.
Oh,
Come
there you go.
on,
There you go.
man.
Now,
Come
Steven Adams
on.
ain't going to be tossing up threes, but
He's
He
getting,
could.
he's getting offensive boards.
exactly.
That's
He's,
my
he's
boy.
a big body out there.
That's
He's
my boy.
the Pekovic since Pekovic left the NBA.
Okay, let's do Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the year. Jake, go ahead.
I'm biased.
I think we all have the
Yeah.
same one.
I think we all
Yeah,
have.
I think
we all have
Scotty's
Scotty. We got Scott. It could be maybe Mobley.
I can't see it. Man.
Mobley's
It's a two-man run.
had a real good time, and look, Cade's doing good now.
But
But
he's in Detroit.
based off exactly,
Yeah.
and based off the fact that he's doing good now, but the other two have been good throughout the year.
Yep.
I think you got to give it to them.
Yeah.
So one of those two, and I think Scotty, in most people's eyes,
Yeah.
has it right
Do you
now.
think if the Cavs make a playoff spot this year and the Raptors don't, it has somewhat of an effect on
Ooh,
it?
Yeah.
it could 100%.
Right?
But don't they decide on
Oh, they
who's the
decide,
winner
of course, before. But I
Right.
mean, like, people clinch and everything.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm like kind
Yeah,
of
no, I
thinking
understand.
about.
Depends on how
Um,
far the Raptors were to miss the playoffs by and how like close the
Yeah,
Like if
yeah.
if Cleveland makes the plans and we don't,
Yeah.
then I don't think they go okay. But if they make
Yeah.
like a playoff spot, like they're like the 6th seed, then they'd be like, oh,
Because
wow,
like Cade
they made
isn't
the playoffs.
Cade isn't doing like winning basketball in a sense. I mean,
Yeah.
he's doing really good. And then Chris Duarte is
You know who we're all forgetting about?
who?
The half Filipino.
Oh, Jalen Green.
We ain't forget he just ain't been doing that.
He's injured.
He's injured, but so what?
And before that, he wasn't doing that.
Oh, yes, he was, bro. He set the Rockets record for rookie threes made in a game with 8. He had 32, 34 points.
I thought it was gonna be a little bit better. I thought it was gonna be like Rockets 3-point made.
Okay, listen,
go through all of his games.
Man, James Harden had a 60-point triple double, man. That's kind of hard to beat. But I'm saying, like, if he comes back and he plays at that level, he won't win it, but he'll be.
But I think the fact that the Rockets are doing really well without him, it's kind of like,
But
is he a ball stopper?
But again, it's the thing. But when your guy is on the court and they can identify who the guy is, regardless of who the guy is, we know as a defense, that's the guy we got to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Green might be a rookie, but when it comes to being the guy on Houston, it is Jalen Green.
Yeah.
Right? He's the guy being handed most of the shots and being handed the offense, being handed the keys. And so other defenses can be like, hey, you're a rookie. We're going to stop you. You know what I mean? And so sometimes it looks like he's chucking when he's playing, right? But he's just trying to feel out an offense of a star player role.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough to do that in your first season when you're not really a generational talent. Like, he's a good player, but he's not a generational talent.
I mean, that's very debatable. I think he has potential to get there.
Yeah.
I think he could be that next like star guard, like shooting guard.
He could be a star. I mean, you're not generational.
Yeah. I mean,
it's tough.
Generational?
I think so, man. I think so. I mean, I might be biased because like I've been watching his game for a long time, and like he's very versatile. I don't know, man. There's a whole list. Like I don't know.
We'll save that for another episode.
Yeah.
We'll do a debate.
Yes,
we'll do
sir.
a debate episode.
Yep.
You want to do most improved or 6-man?
You're gonna pick.
No,
so
you
go
can
ahead.
pick it. I have both. You can do it.
It's called Luka generation.
Do
Let's
it.
go. Most improved.
Most improved. Who do you have?
I'm with Jake on this one. I go Miles Bridges.
Miles Bridges.
He just has a bag I did not know he had. He's out here doing tween side steps,
Cross tween,
step back. I'm like,
back.
Since when did this?
Cross tween.
He's out here rapping in the off season. Like, you most improved. That's you.
Most improved.
Yeah.
I have him or DeJounte Murray.
Oh,
DeJounte's doing fucking nice.
What's it? 18-8-8?
And yeah, he's like almost averaging like a triple double. He's very shy of it, man. He's really carrying that San Antonio Spurs team. It's
who else did they have?
who else did they have?
It's Lonnie.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, Derek White. Put respect on Derek White. And
Bryn Forbes.
Jakob
Keldon Johnson. Okay, I mean, Keldon was on Team USA. You know, you gotta show him some respect.
Yeah, he got that veteran leadership and everything.
Yeah.
I have, you know what? Who had it too in the beginning of the year? John Morant.
Oh yeah,
right. He was like definitely the
35.
front runner.
But then
and then the injury, right?
The injury.
That's
really. I haven't even opened the app in a couple of weeks. To be honest.
I think you're doing fine. I think you're winning.
I'm not.
Oh, I know. My team's pretty solid. I'm just waiting for playoffs, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm not too worried.
You making playoffs?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Are you second?
I should have made playoffs.
I haven't checked. I don't know.
Yeah, you're probably second.
Probably.
Seed.
I mean, who's beating me? Not Jake.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Let's go to 6-man of the year.
Tragic.
This is a tough one.
6-man. I had here are the candidates I had was Tyler Herro, Jordan Clarkson for a repeat. Trez is always a good one there. Jordan Poole, Kelly Oubre.
I think it's gonna be. I want it to be Jordan Poole.
Yeah,
the way he stepped up in Clay's absence and just showed everyone like I've worked on my game. He's went from the G League. He was what college did he play for? Because I remember he had that big March Madness year.
I don't know what college he played for, but I remember when he was fucking balling in that 1v1v1 with Fred VanVleet in the gym.
Yes.
Remember they're showing how like regular
only OGs
star.
know.
Yeah, regular
only
star
OGs
Fred
know.
VanVleet. He was facing Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, and Jordan Poole at the time was more kind of like famous because he was on like the Ball Is Life mixtape and shit at the time. But yeah, no. You know what? Also, he could be most improved too. If he plays like consistently and everything.
He's averaging what, 18-ish, I think?
Yeah.
If you keep that up when Clay comes back, sure. That's you. Go ahead.
Oh, it's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be close.
Yeah, a perimeter defender just running around. Holy shit.
Disgusting.
Yeah, how do you guard that?
You can't. You really can. You just gotta
I already have to throw 3 guys at Steph. Like,
and you throw the other 2 at Clay.
Well, you want me to not guard Klay Thompson, the other greatest shooter on the court?
That's right.
You want me to give Andrew Wiggins a wide open dunk?
Yeah, they're gonna have to amend the rules or something like that. When you face the,
you just gotta kick out the league.
No, when you face Golden State, you're allowed 7 players on the court. Has to be.
You need more than that.
Has to be more than that.
You need to box someone just for Steph.
You get to run 3 on Steph,
checking and everything.
You get to run 3 on Steph, and then you have 4 people to guard the other people. It's the only way.
Next up, defensive player of the year.
This one's a really tough one. Stats wise, I was liking Miles Turner. But he was only heavy in blocks. He wasn't really a passing lane type of guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. No one else really stood out to me.
I had Rudy Gobert, Draymond Green, Giannis, AD, Joel.
I can't give it to Rudy.
I can't give it to AD.
I'm giving it to Draymond.
I guess we're giving it to Draymond. Here we go.
Bro,
good night, everyone.
Because he's number 1 in the West, and you're anchoring that, and he's a center,
and he's 6'5".
Yeah, right. Exactly. He's a center.
By all means, I think he hasn't won it yet, right?
Yes.
Remember
that offseason? He was like, "My goal is to win Defensive Player of the Year,"
and he won it.
And then he won it.
I don't remember that, but damn. Okay, here,
legendary career.
Go ahead, you got it. I mean, like that's his second one,
yeah. He got it. I can see it. Giannis can make his case. It has to depend on the amount of games he plays.
Yeah, I hate Gobert.
And I hate giving him. And I get it. You're a really good interior defender.
But
I love that.
That's all you
but you can't keep getting defensive player of the year while being a subpar perimeter defender. When there are people who are like, you might be here when it comes to interior defense, and they're like here. But when it comes to perimeter defense, they're here and you're here. Yeah. So how are you a better defender than they are?
You can't be a defensive player of the year when you have teams calling ISOs on you.
You know what I mean?
Like, what is that?
You can't be doing that. It's just tough. And I hate it because I don't want to discredit what he does. He's a good defender. Yeah. But for him to consistently keep getting defensive player of the year, like we don't have real good defenders in the league.
I think the only way he's going to able to like win that, unless they have literally another defensive player of the year candidate beside him on the perimeter. Like, could you imagine a defensive Ben Simmons and Rudy Gobert? One just handles the perimeter and switches, and one just stays back.
And you know what it is too, and one of the reasons he looks like such a great defender, 1, because he is, but 2, Utah's interior defense sucks if it's not Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, you're right. I'll give you that.
Sucks. Their defense, they'll play perimeter defense, pretty much. Like they'll guard you on the perimeter. But if you're gonna drive past them, they give up and say, "Hey, Rudy, that's you." Like they don't help him out at all when it comes to interior. They go, "That right? Yeah, you do it." Like that's the only reason he's forced to be such a good defender, or like his numbers showed like he's altering shots and getting blocks and things like that.
Because he's the
only person to do that.
They play on their floor. It's like Royce O'Neal. They're like,
bro, their backup 5 is Hassan Whiteside.
They run
also.
They run bogey at the 4 sometimes. Like just wild.
All right, is he MVP cutting clear for you guys, or is it a? I think there's.
I think it's a debate. I think it's a debate.
There's 3,
even though it's going to.
There's like 4 people, and like I'd say 4 people.
4 people.
I'd say 3 people.
I think
I would never say.
I say 4 with an asterisk.
I think it's okay.
Who's the 4th?
The 4th is Giannis. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Right. I'm just saying, like, if he does, like, again, really amazing this year, it's just the amount of games he hasn't played.
Yeah.
The other 3,
Jokic,
Steph, and KD.
Okay. Fair enough.
Steph is in the lead.
KD's in the lead right now.
You say KD's in the lead.
Like,
why do you
on
say
the NBA.com
rankings? But okay. But what's your personal opinion?
My personal opinion is KD.
It's KD.
Like I've been saying this. You can check the videos from last.
From last.
From when we started. I was saying KD is the best player in the league since then. So he's my MVP this year. Easily, the stuff he's doing on the court is, you know what? All credit to Steph. Amazing shooter. But KD is just different, man. It's just like some of the stuff he does. I'm just like, how did you get that shot off? How did you get to that spot?
7 feet tall.
How do you shoot over 5 people
7 feet
and
tall.
make it? It's just like, what is going on? Like you're 7 feet tall. You should not be moving like a point guard. Like it's crazy. Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're all in different camps because I think you have Steph.
Yeah, I got Steph.
Why do you have Steph?
Oh man, it's this thing. I would like to have Jokic, but I can't because his team's not doing good.
Yeah.
So based on the fact that his team isn't doing well, I can't give it to Jokic. But Steph is just he's trying to show us some 2016 vibes right now. Show us that everyone keeps. It's not that they're doubting him, but they expect that he's gonna not play as well. You know what I mean?
To be fair, he's on a low-key, a little bit of a cold streak right now.
Well, that's just because he was hunting the record, right?
Yeah.
Which is really stressful.
Yeah.
You could just tell when he was done, he was like, "Oh, thank God." I'm sure those tears were not tears of joy. They were like fucking.
Because if you think about it, he probably wasn't counting not until everyone else was counting.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right? He wasn't in his room like, okay, 100 left.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
No, he wasn't even. He probably wasn't thinking about it until every single time he showed up into the gym. They're like, "Hey, you're gonna break it this game?"
Yeah.
He's 16 threes away.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, you're gonna break it this game?" He's like,
Because
maybe.
Because you know what's funny? Because he could shoot 16 in a game, and no one would be like, "Oh, wait, that's a weird game."
Yeah, so it ruins his flow for a bit, but then as soon as he broke the record, you saw like he was shooting a little better in that game than he had been in the previous games.
Yeah.
So I believe that's going to start getting better, but I just think he's just so valuable to that team in general. Like without him, they are nothing. Not even close. I just think nobody in the league demands that much attention from a defense, even though like KD's unguardable. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? You're not gonna guard KD. You have to double him.
Yeah.
But they're still gonna let KD bring the ball up and dribble on the logo. You know what I mean? They're not gonna let Steph do that.
Yeah.
You can't. And the only reason I would love to give Jokic the award is because he's actually having a record-breaking season in terms of stats and like number efficiency.
He's having like such a good season compared to the 2016 like
he's having
MVP. Like that's how good of a season he's having.
Record break. He's on pace to have a season no one else has done in terms of efficiency and how good he's playing. Like when he's on the court, the Denver Nuggets are like plus.
I think it was like plus 30 or something.
They're plus crazy. He's ridiculous
plus 30 when he's on.
And when he's off the court, they're like minus 14.
Yeah.
They're basically not a playoff team when he's not playing, and basically a top 3, top 4 team when he is playing.
And that's the thing. That's why he's in. I'm like in the Jokic camp for that one, man. Because it's just like I love like you were saying like how Steph has the attraction on like defense. Because you imagine on offense, man. It's just like he's your centerpiece for everything. He's making Will Barton, Aaron Gordon, and whoever else is on that court look amazing, right? Getting all these easy buckets and everything. And this is without MPJ, Jamal Murray, everyone else on their team. So it's just like
who else do they have on their team?
I just said their whole. I said their whole team. Was it Campazzo?
Yeah,
that was crazy.
The dimer,
right? Mini Jokic. But that's the thing, man. It's just like the season he's having is unbelievable. And when you put like MVP, like most valuable player on that team,
he is. I think he's the most valuable team. He's the most valuable player to in terms of any player to their team, just statistically.
Yeah,
that's just what it is. And he's just not going to get the rub in terms of MVP because of the record. And I think that's the same thing that happened to Steph. That's before, the only thing, right? Like it happened to Steph like last year because he wasn't in the running because they're like, dude, your team's not doing good. Yeah. You know what I mean? Even though he was like averaging a crazy amount. So, Jokic. It's tough because I want to see everybody give him his flowers, right? Because we're looking at one of the most skilled big men we've ever seen.
Well, like that's the thing, bro. He's probably right now the most disrespected MVP.
Yeah,
right now, ever. Just like
we're looking at literally one of the most skilled big men ever. Name 3 more big men ever more skilled than Nikola Jokic.
You can't.
You cannot. You can't. They never existed.
Your candidates though would be probably what? Like you have Dirk, you have Hakeem.
Yeah.
And then what? Maybe Tim.
And maybe KG, Tim. Right? And I don't think... And Tim was better than Jokic because of his career, but he wasn't more skilled than Jokic.
No. Like,
that's kind of debatable. Man.
No, passing-wise, though, Jokic is
some bullets.
Bro, have you seen Jokic move is now? Jokic could actually...
It's not even just it's just like his IQ on offense. But like, you're not running Timmy at a point guard. Even though he has he can pass the ball from anywhere, but you can run Jokic at a point guard. Like, run my offense. He'll be like, sure.
Yeah. Well, that gives me an idea. Like how does Denver's offense look when he's not
it's
there?
Garbage,
right?
It's G-League players.
It's a bunch of Aaron Gordon ISOs.
They're looking like OKC when they got slapped up by Memphis.
Man, I couldn't imagine it, right? And that's the one thing I was thinking about. but yeah. All right. Anything else we have to talk about today?
Uh,
I think I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah,
How's Spider-Man?
it was amazing. You know,
no spoilers.
no spoilers.
No spoilers.
I'm not one to spoil anything. You know, but great movie, 10 out of 10. In my opinion, it's the best one so far. Hopefully, the next one tops it.
Is it the best MCU movie you've ever watched?
For me personally, yes.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, so
Yeah.
there's so many different elements in the movie. I was smiling throughout the whole thing. I'm like,
Oh man.
damn.
What?
Like me, my brother, and my sister all had matching hoodies on. It was neat.
Bro,
It was
when
a nice
was
experience.
when's the last time you ever watched a movie with like that much joy?
Yeah, right.
I haven't
It was
watched
Lion King for me.
Actually,
The first one.
I was about to say I'm like the newest
one.
one.
I get pretty excited whenever I watch The Grinch, like Jim Carrey's one.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Because only because I know all the words. Me and my sister.
He just
will
shat
go-
on his whole thing about Spider-Man.
No,
And he's like, hey, you know this one Christmas movie that I kept
No.
watching over and over?
no. Well, you basically said, when was the last time you got that much joy
Yeah,
out watching a movie?
that's fair,
That's
that's
it.
I was
That's right.
thinking like when you first saw it.
No. Every single time is like the first time I watched The Grinch. It's so much fun. I just think it's torturing children. I mean,
Hey yo,
hey yo,
what you be doing to them kids, man?
toss them down Mount Crumpet.
You be tossing what? And hey yo. Anyways,
Is The Grinch your favorite all-time movie? Christmas movie, all-time Christmas movie? I think it's mine.
I think it might have to be. I don't think there's anyone better.
Elf is good.
so you telling
Elf
me,
is great.
So you telling me you guys didn't like Polar Express?
Yo, fuck
That
Polar Express.
shit was garbage.
Look. He
That shit was
did
ass.
drift the train. That was
Bro,
pretty cool.
you're telling me there's a movie with A$AP Rocky and you guys don't like it?
That's
Shut
wild.
up. That's
Wild.
Fuck out of here. I hated
Wow.
Polar Express, bro.
Yeah, no,
They're
that
like,
shit was-
I remember when they were fucking advertising that shit. They're like, yo, Tom Hanks is in. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
that's Woody. All right, this is just this is gonna slap. What the fuck is this?
It was
like
garbage.
10-year-old me.
I still can't tell you what that movie's about.
I don't
I
know.
know the train.
You know what's funny? I think what happens in that movie, the train kidnaps kids
Oh my goodness.
because they show up in front of their house,
Yeah.
and the kids go onto the train, and then they just shuttle them to fucking North Pole.
We're gonna take you
And
to
then they
see
just wake up,
Santa.
and then they wake up in their bed. It's the most fucked
Oh my
up.
God.
If I remember it correctly, it's the most fucked up movie. I've
Let's
ever
hope you don't remember it
Yeah,
correctly.
hopefully you're wrong.
That's a Christmas movie.
watched. Yeah, that's a Christmas movie.
It's
Bro.
a celebration for someone.
Yeah, but I think Grinch is up there, to be honest.
Grinch?
Like,
Grinch or Elf? I think you're right.
Elf's
Elf's
amazing.
solid.
Elf's
Elf
so
is-
solid. I'm not even a fan of like Christmas movies though. That's the thing.
You're not a fan of Christmas movies?
Like, okay, some of them, yeah, but like in general, when they come on, I'm like, it's whatever. I don't know. Obviously,
the claymation Rudolph.
Yeah,
I love that.
makes like, come on, man. Home Alone?
Love that.
Okay, I forgot about Home Alone. Then Home Alone's the best one for me. Then
Home Alone.
there
is
we go. I
dope.
forgot it was a Christmas movie. I'm not gonna
Home
lie.
Alone?
Bro, someone said Home Alone wasn't a Christmas movie, and I said, "Do you remember the plot of the movie? Do you know what day it took place on?"
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Home Alone isn't a Christmas movie. I'm like, it takes place on Christmas.
Logan, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
You don't celebrate Christmas?
you don't
oh,
celebrate-
yeah, I forgot.
You don't
My bad.
celebrate Christmas?
My bad.
What's your favorite Christmas
What's your?
movie?
I was gonna.
Don't say it. It's okay. So what is it?
You
Have
don't
one?
have a favorite. What's your favorite movie? Big Hero 6 is your favorite.
Hero 6.
It's a great movie. I don't know why you're laughing. It's a great movie. I enjoyed it. I did.
Shut up,
I don't
beta
remember.
bags.
Yeah, I was about to say,
remember
what's the
it.
plot?
Huh?
I was about to say, what's the plot?
There's a robot. There's a big white robot.
Was he a
And-
robot?
I don't know what the hell that shit was. He was zooming around, saving the kids. And that's why he's a big hero. And I think there were 6 of them. I don't know.
6 kids
Yeah,
or 6 robots?
No, 6 kids, and they made up one robot or some shit. I don't know.
They took control of a limb.
It's a plot of Power Rangers. That's what you're
Oh
telling
yeah, that's what they're.
Go Power Rangers.
Great movie.
I think
10 out of 10.
Great movie.
10 out of 10. Good choice, Logan.
Is it Disney?
no. Yes. Wait.
Is it a Disney movie?
Big Hero 6?
Yeah, I don't
think so. Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Why would I know? I don't know I haven't even watched the movie. I just saw a poster one time. I'm like, yeah, I'm not watching that.
Disney. You know, it might be Disney still. Okay, I think.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're
I
good.
think- I don't think we have anywhere to go from there. Usually, there's nowhere to go but up, but I think we're just declining.
Yeah,
Who wants to close it?
You got it, Jake. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can close it.
Mr. ADD. Go ahead.
Where are we? Who are you? Who are you?
Alzheimer's? Oh my gosh. I know you're old, fam. Goddamn.
I'm the youngest one here.
Where am I?
Who am I?
How'd you guys get in here?
No.
Whose room is
Why am I?
Why am we can spend? Oh, we got time.
No, rap it, please. Rap it.
All right. In all seriousness, that's it for today. Thanks everybody for watching. You know, it's been Ray, Jake, Shane, Logan's behind the camera.
Yes, sir.
Thank you all for tuning in. We will be back in 2 weeks because we're taking Christmas off.
We out.
Good night.
Later.